Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists. It is Comic Book Hangover. Once again, new week, new stack of books. But before I jump into them this week, everybody, those of you who may have tuned into my Whatnot streams, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, I am on Whatnot now. I'll put the link in the description down below, selling off some of my comic books. My wife also has a bunch of comic books that, we need to unload. And, if we can get a little scratch on the side, it's going to help us towards, hopefully, we can get some money to help us towards getting a new house or something, You never know what's going to happen with these sort of things. But everybody, thank you very much for your support. And those of you who saw me on the stream and came over here and subscribed to my channel, thank you for that as well. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for everybody who follows me and supports my channel here and now supports me over on Whatnot. So before I get into my comic books, of course, I do this every week. My name is Scott, and I'm a comic book hangover, and I'm forgetting my words. Normally I don't do that, but every week, usually on Thursdays, I do these videos where I just do a quick show of the haul of the books that I pick up this, the present week, and then I talk about a few of the books that I picked up the last week. Now there's no real format to it other than the shaky camera. There's really nothing more than just me just babbling about comic books for a little bit. So if you do like what I'm doing, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, share the video, all that fun stuff. So let's just jump into it with, from last week, Power Rangers number 19. I love this cover. This is, if I can get this stupid thing to focus a little bit, I don't know what's going on with my camera today, but this is, I think it's Andros. I think he's from the Power Rangers in Space story, and he is fighting Dark Spectre. So you got the Omega Rangers that are, he's got something else going on. So he's not being very forthcoming with what his true plans are to the Omega Rangers. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, provided they stick with this book much longer. I know we're on the charge to issue 100. Now there's been some changes in how these books are written. Specifically this one, and I think it has to do with the writer. So I don't know, but anyway, there's been some changes in this book, and I don't really like the changes to them. So I may drop Power Rangers and just keep Mighty Morphin, or I just might go up to issue 100 and drop the whole thing altogether. But for the time being, though, great covers, and Yuck Lee does amazing covers on this series, and I like the fact that these are not variant covers; these are the main covers for it. But Power Rangers, it's still fun for what it's worth, So let's just move on. Spider-Punk number 2, and look at this. It's on real paper. It's not on tissue paper like the first issue was. Unfortunately, in this issue, we do get introduced to one of my least favorite characters, and that's Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan. She's just kind of, I don't know, she's like Squirrel Girl. To me, she's just a throwaway character. She really brings nothing to the table at all. To me, personally, I just don't find her to be that interesting of a character. But she's in here now. Fortunately, she's not a main character. She's a supporting character. We've got, the Spider Band is now official in this issue, so Hobby is doing his thing. The book is still a lot of fun. Now, again, if you are into punk music, especially old school sort of classic punk, you'll get a lot more out of this book than somebody like me who just wants to read a really cool Spider-Man. But aside from that, Spider-Punk, it's a 5-issue miniseries. It's got a lot of energy to it. The art alone. Let me see if we can find. No, I'm not going to show her. All right, hold on. Here we go. The art in this book is just astounding. I love just about every single panel in this book. It's so much fun. It's so well written. You could tell that the guy who's writing it is a punk fan, because he's putting in all the stuff that I'm not getting, all the references that I'm not understanding. I'm assuming they're from the punk scene, and so the writer is doing what he can to sort of pay homage to what is clearly one of his favorite genres of music. He's clearly into it, and it shows. He has the love of punk music, and he's got the love of Spider-Man. You put it together, and you've got a perfect writer for Spider-Punk. And the art, works perfectly for the series. So it's a lot of fun. Moving on. This one I mainly just want to show you the cover. I love this cover. Now Slumber, again, it's about this gal here. She's sort of, if you have a nightmare, if you have demons in your nightmares and you just have recurring nightmares and they just won't go away, you can hire her and she will go into your dreams and she'll kill the demons. And once the demons are gone, the nightmares are gone and she moves on. So that's what she does to get into the dreams. That's sort of like her reason to get into people's dreams. In actuality, what she's doing is she's hunting down this evil entity that you kind of, I guess, we're getting some story in here. So I think she, from the looks of it, possessed her as a child and made her do some unspeakable things that she didn't like. So she is doing anything and everything she can to hunt this entity down and kill her in the dreams so that she is gone forever. But again, another one of these books that just has just amazing artwork here. Let's see, there's one double page spread in particular that I just absolutely loved. Pretty sure it was just the first page here. Just some really nice, fun art. You get some very some very abstract style to the art. So again, just a really fun book. I don't know what more you can say about Slumber other than the fact, if you're a fan of, say, like Marvel's classic series Sleepwalker, Slumber is definitely something you want to get into. So, but that said, and yes, I did sort of rush through these books because there's one in particular I want to talk about, and there's really not a whole lot I can say about it other than the fact that I was so happy to once again read an issue of Fables. It made me feel so good to read this series again, and the fact that we have the original art, the original writer, we've got one of the Fable standard artists on the book. It honestly, it feels like it has not missed a single month. I mean, the series has been gone for way too long. I like how they even continued with every issue had a title to it, and this one here is The Black Forest Chapter 1, in which things continue more or less from where we left off. They would always have that sort of little saying that in which things continue from where we left off. They had that in every issue, and it was kind of cool to have that sort of, we know we were gone for a while, but now we're back. So now the Fables, they have been discovered by the Mundies after the events of issue 150. It's nice to be able to say that. So so now we're in this sort of weird area where the Mundies, the people in New York, know that this Fable town existed all this time. They just were never aware of it. So now they know about it. They know these characters exist. They know that magic exists. And, you got King Cole, Mayor Cole, just trying to, keep everybody calm. He's trying to be very diplomatic about the whole thing. On the flip side, you've also got the new Jack of the Green. This is this gal that's on the cover here. She's just trying to prove herself in one of the homelands, which happens to be the same homeland that Bigby, Snow White, and the Cubs showed up in, and it was one of his old stomping grounds. So there might be a little bit of a conflict between Bigby and the former Jack of the Green, which is she's trying to get that title fully and officially. There's also another plot going on where at the end of the first run of the series, Frau Totenkinder and Cinderella had it out, and Cinderella got burned. She got basically burned to a crisp, and her and the Mundies take her body to a hospital. They're going to perform an autopsy on her, and she comes back because it's Cinderella. She's one of the more popular fables, so naturally something like being burned to a crisp is not going to keep her down for very long. So we've got, if you're a Fables fan, this is what you need to be reading. This is great. It didn't miss a second. I mean, we haven't stumbled at all. The only thing that's really weird about this one is it doesn't have the vertical cover trade dress on it now. Now we're Black Label, and it's weird having that without having Fables without the vertical logo on it. But that's just one of those little minor things. The fact of the matter is, Fables is back. It's as good as it ever was. Bill Willingham, it's like, everything fit into place again. He was able to get the cover artist. He was able to get the interior artist. He was able to get everybody that worked with him from the original run is back, and this is how you do it. This is how you bring back a series. And the best part for me personally is we don't have another Fables number 1. We're continuing the numbering. So this is Fables number 151, which is still officially, out of the 30 plus years I've been collecting comics, Fables is still the longest running series I've ever collected from issue 1. It was Ghost Rider, the Danny Ketch series from 1990, when that hit, got into the 90s and came so close to issue 100, but they unceremoniously canceled that one. So Fables is still the longest ongoing series that I've read from issue 1, and I absolutely love it. I could talk about Fables all day long, but we're not going to do that. So let's go through the stack of books that I picked up this week, starting with, these books just keep getting thicker and thicker and thicker. This is ZVRC, Zombies vs. Robots Classics number 3. Now this one is collecting the Zombies vs. Robots vs. Amazons story, and as I said, it's very, very thick, and these are really fun. I've been really enjoying reading those. We've got Stillwater number 13. Now this series apparently is going to be coming to an end, I think, with issue 18 or 19. So this we've got a new story arc that's going to run for 5 issues, and that's going to wrap it up. Rogue Sun number 4. Still really enjoying this extended Radiant Black universe. Radiant Red number 3 of 5. Although it would be nice if they would stagger these issues. Have Radiant Black, and then next week Rogue Sun, and then the next week Radiant Red, instead of having these 2 books come out at the same time, together every week. Power Rangers Universe number 6. This does wrap up this miniseries, which is kind of an origin of the Power Rangers. Kind of gives us an idea where the whole morphin thing came from. And this actually isn't all of my books. I didn't have enough money to pick up everything, so I grabbed mainly at least one cover of everything. So next week I'll have variant covers for a lot of these books to show off. This is one I had on my pull list. I completely forgot about it. I don't even remember anything about it. Nightmare Man from Source Point Press. That's a really nice cover, though. The second volume, first issue of Good Boy. I absolutely loved the first volume. It was so much fun. I can't wait to see what happens there. And another return, Elvira in Horrorland. Picking up from the last one, Elvira meets Vincent Price, in which... at the end of that one, she learned that these movies that we watch, each one has its own reality, and she now has the ability to go into those movies, into their universes, and has to abide by their rules. So it's going to be interesting to see Elvira sort of interact with some of these characters, as far as they're able to do that without any copyright infringement. And the last one. The one crossover series that has yet to disappoint, Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 3 of 5. So, and I also picked up one random back issue, X-Men, was this from 1996, X-Men number 54, Onslaught cover. I don't know, that might end up on Whatnot. Who knows? But anyway, there you go. Those are the books that I picked up last week that, Fables. So nice to have Fables back. It's great. It's great to have it on my wall again. It's great to have it in my stack. It's great to know that once a month for the next 12 months, now the next 11 months, I'm going to be able to go to my LCS on one Wednesday and get the new issue of Fables. It's great. It's like welcoming an old friend home again, So that's it. That's all I got, everybody. Thanks for watching. And once again, thank you for your continued support. All my new subscribers, thank you very much. If you want to check me out on Whatnot, I'll put the link in the description down below, so you can check me out there. I've been doing shows there, streams there as often as I can. Hopefully I'm not overdoing it, and I don't run through all the books that I'm willing to part with too quickly. But tonight's show, which is going to be on at 5, is about an hour from the time that I'm recording this. Just over an hour from the time that I'm recording this, is going to be a themed show, and it's just going to be all girl comics. Kick-ass ladies in comics that we have. Zombie Tramp, Dollface, Vampirella, the others. So It's, you know, it's going to be a mix of stuff, different price points. Should be a lot of fun. But that said, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're checking me out for the first time. You like the books that I get. And, you know, let me know about the books. If I get anything that you get, let me know what you think about it. And, you know, let me know what you're reading as well. I always love hearing about what other people are picking up each and every week. But again, thanks for watching. I'll see those of you who I see later on Whatnot. Have a great weekend. See ya.